Hi guys, this is Keshika, your spiritual guide and tarot reader, and this is our channel Amethyst Awakening. Today we are going to do a pick a card reading where we are going to look at what your boss or your co-worker or colleague thinks about you. So we're actually going to look into how they judge you or what their views are about you, and this is going to be new and interesting and fun. So I'm super excited for the reading and I hope you are too. We have three groups to select from. We have group number 1, which is the jar candle, group number 2, which is the, let's call this the leaf candle, leaf and flower candle, and group number 3 is the glass candle. Okay, so take a minute, close your eyes and see which candle you're drawn to when you open your eyes. Think of your boss or the co-worker whose thoughts you want to tap into, whose view you want to tap into, and with that person in mind, keep your eyes closed. When you open your eyes, you will be drawn to a particular candle, which will be the candle to choose from. Or else you could just see which candle you're drawn to, what candle you like, just generally wherever you feel your answer lies. Okay, in case you're confused between 2 or more piles, then maybe you have 2 people on your mind. Try to separate your thoughts and see which pile is for which person. Or it could be that you have half messages in one pile and half messages in another pile. That's possible. Alright? So let's begin. Hi group number 1, the jar candle people. Welcome to your reading. I'm going to be using 3 tarot decks for you. So far is what I've been called to do. So we have the good tarot deck, we have the traditional rider tarot deck, and we have the light seers tarot deck. I'm going to shuffle the cards and fast forward the same. I think I'll take around 2 cards from each deck to start with, and if more come, then we'll take more. Let's see. I did get an initial message even while I was picking the deck that this person to begin with thinks you're a good person or like a good employee, and also that you're very hardworking. And these things just came in intuitively, but let's see what the cards have to say. So group number 1, we've drawn your cards, and let's just dive right in. Your boss or your co-worker or colleague, the person you've been thinking about, that person thinks you are decisive, though they think you're very conservative in your methods. You might think of 2 routes and your decision is usually the conservative one, though you have really great plans and expansions and ideas in mind. You don't particularly always venture into it, but you are decisive in what you do. They feel you're a little at a beginner stage. Maybe you're junior to them, of course, like if they're your boss, you're junior to them. But if it's like a colleague or co-worker, maybe that person is in the industry or in the organization for like longer since you are, or else whose energy is this? Okay, so this is that person sort of not telling you entirely what their thoughts and opinions about you are very openly, because they're sort of waiting for you to grow a little in the role. You've probably recently joined or you've taken up a new project or something where you're learning, and this is like something that you wanted to do, but it's also something very different, and you might have to learn a lot. So maybe this is not in alignment with what you have already learned. It's not, or like they feel that you still have a lot to learn and a long way to go. They also feel you should be leaving your old methods behind. So if you're, say, a lateral hire in the organization, You might have certain ways of working that you followed in a previous organization, but in this organization things work a little differently, so they would like you to begin again, and they think you have to learn a lot. They also feel you could improve, you could do things more smoothly, and you could probably not be so stressed out or overthink so much, or like ask 10,000 questions, or like you could work better with people maybe. They don't think you love the job, but they think that this is something is taking you towards your next step in your career, or it's sort of in the line or in your career path. It's gonna take you to better prospects when it comes to your career, whatever you are working on currently, and they think that's what your focus is on. So even though you don't enjoy the current all of the current roles so much, like there might be parts you don't like, you're doing it because you know that this is gonna take you to the next step, and you're just like sort of waiting for your big break. Like they think you're waiting for your big break. Though what they really appreciate is you're very decisive, whether conservative or not. They feel you choose the safer option, and that sort of is really on their mind a lot. They think you could take more risk, and because of multiple reasons, because you're fairly new, you have the liberty, you're still learning, so if you make mistakes, it's all right. And also they think it'll help you like work better if you learn from your experiences, rather than you just like not really venturing out so much and sticking to the conservative things. What do they think about group number 1 as a person? Anything else that's coming? They think that you're on fire, though they think you're going to reach great heights and whatever. This is why is there so much hesitation in the energy I'm picking up on. This person is really hesitant to tell you how they feel about you, or like what their thoughts and opinions are. And I want to see why that is. They feel you might not be able to like take it in the right way if they come back with feedback to you. They feel like it'll just make the situation not cordial, and you might not feel stable enough. They feel that you'll feel like very anxious, and they feel already like, you know. Okay. So if they come and they give you all the opinions and thoughts that they have about you, they feel that that's going to impact your decision making process. And the one thing they love about you is you're very clear and you're very decisive, even when you're in positions where you can't decide. You sort of make a decision, and they feel that if they're going to come and give you all these counter opinions and thoughts that they have about you, then that's going to hamper that quality of you which they really appreciate and treasure. Is there anything else? There's a lot about choices that's coming through. There is some choice or some decision you have made. It could be regarding a particular project, or it could be regarding like this could be a new job or a role change or something. Like there is some decision you have made, and their thoughts about you currently are mainly focused on that decision. And they feel like you're probably not going behind what you want because you're trying to be conservative. Though ultimately you want good things and you are headed towards the right direction, but they feel that you could probably let go of a few things and think from a more like mature, and you're decisive but you're a little immature in their eyes. They feel like you need to stop being so stuck on your views and try and see the higher perspective of things also sometimes, and also think like a manager, you know. So if you're not a manager, you think like a manager, like think like you're the CEO of the company. Now if you were the CEO of the company, what would you do? Don't think like an employee. Like they want you to expand your vision, and they feel if you expand your vision and go after what you want, you can really achieve a lot more than you're actually achieving, because you're trying to take the safe route, and that's keeping you a little like, that's comfortable, but that's keeping you a little like slow moving, stagnant sort of vibe. Like you're moving, but you're moving a little and you're going like little by little, which is not necessarily a bad thing. This is just what they feel, you know, because you are actually planting the grounds for becoming the CEO, and this is the path that you're choosing to take. But this person feels that there is something you're really holding on to and you don't want to let go of when it comes in a work setup, or your, and it might be like your old ways of working and some thoughts, and also you might get too attached also to people, things, projects, whatever. So suppose you take up something, then you want to be like in charge and, you know, see all sides of it and be there throughout, and however long it takes, you just want to like manage the whole project till the end. Like you don't like, you know, taking things in the middle, or like, you know, just taking it, moving it forward, handing it to the next person, and then moving on to the next project. So while you're decisive, they just feel you're not like risk taking enough and you're not flexible enough, and you're going to the right side, but you're not really following your heart and going after what you like to. You're trying to, I'm getting naive again. You're being like the student who wants to learn and ask and do everything, but you're not really like going after what you want. This person's views about you are very distorted and broken, and even the way I was talking the entire time was like that. They just really want you to be more expansive, and that's what they're focusing on, and they want, or they would like your focus to be on as well. Yeah. Now I feel complete. I really hope this helped you get some insight into what your coworker or your boss or your colleague or teammate or whoever thinks about you and feels about you, and maybe this information will help you better your relationships with them, or work better with them, or just understand and take all of these points into account, so that this is to your awareness and maybe it'll help you in some way. So do let me know if it does help you in the comment section below, and how this resonates in your case. I would love to know that. Please support the channel in any way you can. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you know when the next video is out. If you want a private reading, my Instagram, Facebook handles and my email ID is in the description box below, so you can write to me there, and I look forward to seeing you around. Until next time then, bye-bye. Group number 1, I have a last message for you. So they, if you noticed, I don't know if you noticed, but like I had begun with the good tarot on this side, and then I sort of swapped sides towards the end. So they sort of want you to shake things up a little, because they feel like you're too stuck in your ways. So keep that in mind as well. I'll see you around. Bye-bye. Hi, group number 2, our leaves and flower candle. Welcome to your reading. So while I was arranging the decks and tapping into your energy, the first message I got is you really don't understand, or like you're sort of like wondering what this person really thinks about you, and this really bothers you. So this person, like it, you really want to know what they want to know. So I'm not going to waste too much of your time, and I'm going to dive right in. We have 3 decks with us. We have the Good Tarot deck, we have the traditional Rider Tarot deck, and the Lightseers Tarot deck that we're going to use. We're going to take 2 cards from each to begin with, and then see how it goes from there. I will be fast forwarding the shuffle, and I will see you on the other side of the shuffle. Okay, group number 2, I'm gonna actually begin giving you messages because a lot of messages are coming through as I'm already picking out the cards. So this person wants to have a call with you. Okay, this person thinks that there has been some situation or some case, or in general they've observed that you're a little too lenient with people. So maybe you're managing a team, or maybe like with other teams when you're interacting with them, or with other co-workers, they think you're a little lenient. You actually take everyone's like concerns too much into consideration, and they feel like this is not your house, they're not your relatives, they're professionals, those people should do their work, and you don't need to like find a way out for them. Like they're supposed to figure their own way out. Okay, like you can help them, but that doesn't mean you always excuse them. Like you really need to be fair, you need to be a little more strict, you need to go after your goals, you have to go after your targets, you have to go after those people and get the damn work done. They really want you to change your ways a little, because this person wants to like promote you, and if they want to promote you or take you to the next level or give you a higher position or role, they think you need to be a little more strict. You're just very, very empathetic. They also feel that in case of conflicts, you get a little like stuck and you're like, oh, what do I do? And then you're just like so satisfied, like you're sort of satisfied with where you're at maybe, so you're just like, I'm happier, so whatever, and you're not struggling enough, or you're not like putting in enough work to actually go after that goal or that promotion or that raise. They really need to see that fire on you, and they're not seeing the fire on you as much as they would like. Does not mean it's not there, but it's just like you have a lot of empathy, you have a soft heart, like soft heart, and you make decisions with your heart rather than keeping I mean, you probably one of those people who make friends at work and get a little informal with teams, and you make buddies in different teams, or like you have a sort of semi-formal sort of interaction with people, which sort of helps get things done also. But in your case, it seems like people might be taking advantage of it, or at least this person you're asking about thinks that people are taking advantage of it, and they're keeping you stuck where you are because they're not delivering, and that's just not fair to you and also to the other people who are delivering. And I feel like especially in the work from home setup, it so might happen that in your team there are some people who are always like slacking on work or not like doing the work, and the work somehow just comes to you, and instead of breaking your head with them, and also because you feel like okay, they have a valid reason, or this happened or that happened or whatever, you end up doing all the work. And you might be wondering why you're still not getting a raise or promotion despite of you doing all the work, and that is because you are doing all the work. It's sort of not working to your benefit, because they feel like this person is just doing all the work. Now if I promote this person, how is this person going to make their team work? Or if you already have a team, like if I grow the team, ultimately all that work is going to come on you if you're just like being so lenient with your entire team. So this person really wants you to like buckle up and get a little more strict with people. Wow, like the messages came so like okay, let's see what else. Okay, they actually want to say quite a few things. They really feel like things aren't working in a manner that lead to like achievements, or that lead to like victory overall. I need to be careful with the candles and the cards flying like this group number 2. But and you're not even going and like expressing your complaints to people. Like if you're not happy in the situation, you're just like probably like keeping it within, and now maybe you're starting to like open up a little, or stating the issues now gradually. Or maybe you've stated a few things and you've asked for a call, and they want to call you and have this conversation with you, but they also want to tell you the observations that they have, because this is a general reading. This could be any of those scenarios for you guys, but you probably just started opening up about the situation, and first you used to keep it all within, and it's like you're trying to become like the god of the team or the good person. Like unknowingly you were like acting in a very godly manner, and everyone is not as nice as you are. and people were sort of taking advantage of it, and they really feel like you need to have a call. I'm getting the number 20 strongly, so either on the 20th or in 20 days or something to do with 20. Or maybe this is something that's going on since 2020 or last year. Could be since March 2020, or like, so since the beginning of this year or since the end, like maybe in March 2020 you had an appraisal cycle where you did get a raise or a promotion which you were expecting, and you're a little like dissatisfied with that, and maybe that you brought that up now, and now they're going to tell you why that didn't happen. They really feel like you need to be more strict and more fair and really be more passionate and run after your work. Yes, you are doing a lot of work, but you're treating this like it's your family business or something, or like you're working with your family and you're doing other people's work. It's not that. You should actually focus on doing your work and let them handle their work. And you really need to like change your methods a little and leave all those things behind. You are doing well for yourself, so it's not really bothering you so much, but you're a little confused about a couple of things, and they really want to just tell you to keep going after the thing that you really want and keep the fire in you alive, or like chase the fire that you want. And be clear on what you want, like I'm getting these words in Hindi and I'll translate it in English as well. It's like you're more like, ye bhi ho sakta hai, wo bhi ho sakta hai, I can do this also, I can do that also, this can also happen and that can also happen. And you're stuck a little. It's like, when you're looking for the sun, or like the stars, and you would like to be in a starry night, or like, okay, let a better idea, or wait, I'm sorry, just the energy I'm picking up on. It's like a dark night and you're camping, okay, and maybe you would like a campfire to be there. Instead of a campfire or people doing activities with playing with fire and doing stunts and everything, instead of that kind of light, you're settling for fairy lights. Or you're like, oh, I would love a campfire, but if that's not possible, I'm happy with fairy lights as well. Now, there's a huge difference in both the scenarios, and you're sort of settling for fairy lights and being like, this works as well. But they really want you to like go to the effort and get the campfire started instead of just like putting battery operated fairy lights and like getting the thing done. They want you to do something significant, not just something like cute and pretty. And I'm just getting like they want you to be fire and not fairy lights. Now, I don't know how that makes sense to you, but I'm just getting drawn to like fairy lights in both these cards. I don't know if you can see. So there are fairy lights here and there are fairy lights over here. And they really want you to go after this fire sort of thing on the top over here, instead. And below that we had the sun. Like they really want you to shine like the sun, and you're just like twinkling like the fairy lights. Like they want you to create your magic. They want you to like do things equally, like make sure there's equal participation from everyone in your team. Only then you'll be able to build something lasting. Only then you will have time to actually have a love life, to actually have a life other than work. I think you guys don't have a life other than work, and you're just like sitting there wishing for things to happen and waiting for things to happen, and you're just like wishing and thinking, and just being stuck at a knife level when it comes to your personal life. And they feel like even if you find the woman of your dreams, like you might not be able to give her your heart because you're busy doing other people's work. This person really knows a lot about you, if this is true. Like, that was a lot of information. Group number 2. I'll just see. Yeah. Group number 2, they think you deserve everything, okay? They really think you deserve everything when it comes to work, and they would like you to have a good financial raise, in terms something that fulfills you financially, and that also fulfills you emotionally. You do the work that you like instead of like slogging yourself, and they really want you to have like a personal life and a family life as well, and not just be caught up in doing work of like people who are actually giving you work and sneaking away and probably having their fun. They want you to be clear with them, and they want you to like focus on what you want. We are ending with, and this is amazing, we are ending with a 10 of earth, which is a 10 of pentacles, the 10 of cups, and the 10 of cups. This person wants you to get everything you want in terms of, they want you to be satisfied with your work, they want you to be motivated, emotionally fulfilled, financially fulfilled. They really want to give you all, they want you to really achieve everything in your workplace. Okay, they really wish well for you, and they want you to be focused on your goals, which is why they want to say all these things to you, and maybe they will. But if they don't tell you all the details, you already know quite a lot. So I hope this helps you. I hope you think about it, because if you're really just like sitting there doing everyone's work, then you can't do that forever, okay? And you have to keep that in mind, because you also have to take care of yourself and sustain yourself and focus on your own work so that you can grow instead of taking others' burdens. It's good to be empathetic and consider requests once in a while, but if that's becoming a habit and someone's just lacking on work, then that's totally unacceptable, and that's what this person wants you to know. And that's something anyone would want their close friend or family or whatever spouse to know, if they genuinely care about that person, you know, and their friends and stuff. And this person genuinely wishes well for you, which is why they are willing to give you this advice or wanting to give you this advice. With that thought in mind, group number 2, I really hope you think about this and that this helps you in some way in making the right decisions and dealing in your work situation better. Please let me know how this resonated in the comment section below. If you have any ideas for upcoming topics, please comment below and just say hi. If you have nothing else to say, I would love to know who you are, what to do, where you're from, and just like general introduction or whatever you feel like sharing. Please support the channel, it really helps. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when the next video is out. If you want a private session, my email ID, Facebook and Instagram handles are in the description box below. I would love to hear from you, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Until then, bye-bye. Hi, group number 3, the glass candle. Welcome to your reading. We are going to be using 3 piles today: the Good Tarot, the Rider-Waite Tarot, and the Lightseers Tarot deck. I'm going to be shuffling on camera, but I'll be fast forwarding the shuffle, and we will begin with 2 cards each from each deck and see if we need more cards. We will draw more cards as we go ahead. In your case, this person really thinks that you sort of shine, or you are beginning to shine. You're beginning to align with your destiny, and you're beginning to also get a little more established in your work, and sort of they feel like you're getting your satisfaction from your work as well, and they feel like you're really like chasing for some knowledge or to reach your destination, and they really love your speed on that as well. They also think that you run behind what you want, you're a go-getter, and you're very focused with like your target right on spot, usually, almost always, or you always want to go in a direction and act in a manner where your target is on spot. Okay, I hope I wasn't very soft when I was giving these messages. Now let me just like start shuffling, and I will see you on the other side of the shuffle. Group number 3, another thing that I want to say is they really feel that with partnerships and by working together, you can really do very well. And all of you can shine together, or you and your partner or the team with whom you're working. I think maybe you're working with like one specific person, or maybe you're working in the partnerships field, and whatever it is, you're good with working with other people, and you sort of get the best. Both of you get the best out of each other, or whoever you're working with, you sort of get the best out of yourself and that person, and it's satisfying and fun. It's very targeted. It helps you achieve the goal, and at the same time, you'll sort of bring the best of both worlds together. So they think you're very good at partnerships or working with people in general, or like getting new partnerships, you know. Yeah, in your case, they feel like you really perform a lot better and achieve a lot more when you are working with someone, even though you're probably handling different parts of the project. But like when you're working in a team or with someone, you just achieve a lot more and your outcome is a lot better. For you, it's not about working by yourself or working alone, you're more of a team player, and that's something that's coming very strongly. I'm going to continue with the shuffle now. For you, it's mainly all revolving around like working together and working in partnerships and stuff like that. They do judge you a little, or like they have a strong judgment about you, or they feel like you judge things very quickly, and you don't like waiting for things. If you really want to like do something and go after something, and if you love something, you just want to do it. Like you would usually just like to explore something, like, you know, if you have the liberty to work in different sectors or explore things with different sectors or different companies or different teams, and you would like exploring things or working in collaboration with like something you really love or something you are focused on, sort of. Yeah, something you really like, something you're good at. Basically, you would rather do that. Or if someone is like nice with you and you like working with them, then you would like to work with them more. You guys could really be people who work a lot with like cross-functional teams and stuff, or you work with other organizations and you get deals and everything for your current company. You don't like waiting a lot. That is not something you're a fan of, but sometimes you have to wait and you wait. But it just like sort of kills your vibe and it slows down your process, which you don't like. Like you want to like manifest quickly. And if things don't happen in the right way, or you know, you get rubbed in the wrong way, then it's not very nice. But overall, you're not someone who likes working in a silos, or like who likes working by themselves, or like, you know, in their own bubble. You're someone who likes to work with people. It's not like you like people poking you or interfering in your work, but you don't mind it. You know, even if people do that, you see the positive of it and you like take what you want to learn from it, and you take like good inputs from it. So they really think you're very good in like working with people. That's a very strong point that's coming across. Other than that, is there anything that they want to say or they think about group number 3? They want to tell you that it's not always about working with people. Also, you sort of have to create your own mark. So you can't just become the team player and sit. You have to also become a leader at times. And that is a side of you they would like to see. You balance things well. But you struggle by yourself, you know, sometimes. Like they think it's just you're just more comfortable working with people or having a partner. They are not sure how you would be in solo projects in general. They think you perform better when you are working in a team. and they would like that side, to see that side of you where you are taking charge and you are handling everything by yourself, you know, not being in a state where you are just like lost in thoughts or clueless when everything comes to you. They want you to be in a state where you are capable to do everything on your plate, and they want you to move in that direction. They do want you to have fun with your team and everyone at work, but they think that you have already built now solid relationships in whatever role you're in. So if you're in the change team, or if you're in some team that works a lot with like the CEO's office or something like that, and you work a lot with like other cross-functional teams, then you have built strong connects in like legal and HR and sales and all the different teams, like in marketing and everything. And so that is done. Now you have to capitalize on it, and you have to grow by yourself, and you have to also focus on your own growth and what you are adding to the situation, you know, how you are growing with all these connects and like with the network that you have built. If you are someone who's working in say partnerships or business development or something, or even sales, and you're like, you've built strong customer relationships, you've built strong partner relationships, you've built strong prospective partner relationships, you've done all of that, you've created a network, you probably have a network in the industry also, and all of that is set. Now you really need to focus on your own growth and sort of learn everything from everyone in whatever way. So if that so you're not like, you don't always need a person, you know, at a certain stage. If you want to grow, you should have knowledge about everything, and this is a good thing. Since you've socialized with everyone, you have knowledge about everything. Doesn't mean you have to do everything today, but you have to learn and not just be like, okay, you know, you do the law bit, or you do the HR bit, or you do the marketing bit, and I'm just gonna do my bit. Learn from them, add more value, see how that knowledge is helping you, you know. They really want to see how capable you are to actually take lead of the situation. And don't turn away from, like, if someone's calling you for a training session, for example, don't ignore the training sessions. Go for the damn training sessions. Don't be like, oh, I know everything, or like, I know what I need to know and stuff like that. I feel like some of you just don't like going for training sessions and stuff. You're just like, oh god, who's gonna go for this? But they really want you to participate more in like learning and training sessions and stuff like that. And when you're stuck in situations like meet more people, or speak to more people, go to people with your doubts, go to people with like, okay, this is my idea, what do you think about it, or this is what I feel, what do you feel about it, and take it from there. You know, you don't need to have all the answers, but you need to do your bit. You need to expand in your work and in your field and in your role, and they love that you can work very well with others, but they feel like you should also use the same network to expand your skills, which you might not be doing enough at the moment according to them. They feel like you can actually build your strength a lot more. Yeah, see, build your strength, and we had like the Knight of Pentacles on top of that, and then we have like the King of Pentacles. So this entire process is going to help you move from the Knight to the King and to the Emperor way. See, they want you to become the Emperor, but they're like, at least reach a King of Pentacles stage first, or like, let me see you taking the effort to get there, and then maybe they can get you to the Emperor stage and give you whatever other training may be required, or you know, whatever other knowledge may be required to sort of bring that fierceness and power in you that you can handle things together. There's something that, what is this? They really want you to like hold tight or take charge, or like, you know, clutch on to something, sort of. They really want you to like strongly, with like metal hands, hold on to that wand of power and like establish your authority in the project. Maybe like you are leading the project, but you're not really acting as a leader, and you're more of a collaborative leader where you're like, you know, everyone's at the same level, and this person things that you need to like take, even though it's very good that you're taking everyone's opinions into consideration, it shouldn't be that everyone just considering you like as a friend or as a colleague and just like brushing you off or not taking you as an authority. Like they really feel like you need to also be taken as an authority, and that's something they think you should consider somehow bringing into your the way you carry yourself at work, basically. I guess that's about it. Group number 3. Yeah. They really want you to enjoy work and not stress about small things. So group number 3, your colleague, boss, person, whoever just wants you to get a little more in the depths of what you're doing, and whatever, like even if you're having a funnel vision, go light at the end of the funnel, like just don't see the top view, look at the entire thing. What else do they want to see? It's like there's some message that's just not coming through. What is it? Group number 3, this person feels that you are not understanding that just having a top view makes you feel that you know everything, but you really need to go to the depths of the funnel or whatever, like portal you're entering or whatever. Like if there's a circle and there are like other circles, and then it's like a whole, like you have a sales funnel and you're just like looking at the top numbers and you're not looking at the entire funnel. So you're not like having a whole view of what the situation is. You're not really getting into the depth and intricacies of things, and you're not realizing that's keeping you stuck, and that's not like helping you move ahead to where you need to go. And you really need to come out of the whole page energy that you are in. You're not a page anymore. Group number 3, you're not a page, you're not like an intern, you're not a starting level employee, you're probably a manager for a lot of you, or you have a team of your own, or you are a senior in your team, and you're not realizing that you need to like know more things, be more fair, or be more clear on what you want, and just like be more content and satisfied at the same time. Like be content and satisfied, which is not the problem, but at the same time don't be attached to your connections at work. Like learn from them. Don't They might be keeping you stuck, maybe oh god, that's the message that's trying to come through. Maybe this person feels that in an attempt to work together, you were actually like probably wasting a lot of time or making a lot of friends, and they are stopping you from moving ahead because like now you're friends with everyone, and whatever. You are all these like 10,000 people are around you all the time and they don't let you work. That could be like for some specific person, but this message just was waiting to come through, and that's sort of keeping you stuck is what this person feels, which honestly did not feel like the energy so much, but they feel like you are friends with a lot of juniors than your peers, and they feel that that is sort of keeping you stuck, because to move ahead you also need to network with like your seniors and people at your level. Yes. So group number 3, now that was your complete message with this knowledge and these thoughts in your awareness. Now I hope this sort of helps you manage your work life a little better, or your interaction with this person a little better, which I think you were a little clueless about, and you really want to get along well with this person, but it's gonna be a new start now. Things have been a little stuck here, but they're gonna move ahead. They really just want you to transform and become like a lion, literally. Because the strength card and the Emperor's on this deck has the lion. The strength card over here was the lion. It's like you have these stairs and you can climb them, but you're just like sitting there laughing and enjoying yourself. Like they want you to get up and climb these stairs, and you're just like, oh, I'm just like managing these bags, and I'll get there and then I will rest and I will relax, and It's gonna take some time. I'm thinking about it. Like, this person really wants you to like move it, essentially. That was a lot of messages, group number 3, and I think all of it might not have resonated with all of you because some of them were starkly different, but it was sort of in the same genre and it was coming one after the other. Maybe this person has a layered view about you. Maybe they like some things and then the same things they don't like, and their thought process is very like layered when it comes to you, or maybe that's just how they are in general, but this is what we got as what they think about you and what their view of you is. I really hope this helped you in some way. Please let me know in the comment section below how this resonated and like what part of it you can relate to, or who I was talking about actually. Are you actually in like a partnerships role or a business development role or a cross-functional role? Are you in the CEO's office? What do you do? I would love to know, because you guys seem to have a lot of friends and a lot of like cross team contacts, and that's very good actually, because you get visibility on like a lot of things and it will give you the pace you need to actually build up and reach a position where you have to handle like multiple teams, you know, which is what this person appreciates also. And they really want you to like get there now, because they think you have your network set and you can like learn and move there. So group number 3, that's it. I know I've said that like this is the third time I'm saying that, but what can I do if the messages keep coming, you know? I have got to give them to you. Please support the channel, or like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know the next time a video is out. I would love to hear from you. My Instagram, Facebook and email IDs are in the description box below in case you want to hit me up for a private reading. Until next time then, bye bye.